Hey guys, welcome to Earthbeat. In this video we are replacing the back glass of the iPhone 11. Replacing the back glass on the iPhone is very difficult if you do not have the proper tools and if you're doing it by hand. To do this repair you need gloves, you need a protective glass, and you need a heat gun. You also need some sharp tools and flat metal tools. Use a metal tool to remove some of the glass at the center of the phone. Removing the broken glass at the center of the phone is very easy, and that's the easiest part on this repair. The hardest part is to remove the broken glass that are attached to the frame of the device. In the center of the phone, it is not attached to the frame, but it is just attached to the wireless pad and a protective film. You need to work your way from the center of the device out. This is a very doable repair, but it requires a lot of time, concentration, and protective equipment. Also, the way I have positioned the heat gun make my hands feel really hot. So if you're trying this at home, keep in mind that this is not easy and it's going to be difficult. In most repair shops where they are doing the back glass replacement only, they do have some machine that can remove the glue on the back of the back glass, and it's not going to take much time and fix the phone completely. But if you're doing this by hand, it is going to require a lot of times. It is cheaper to replace only the back glass, but you have to do the work. I was using the heat gun to hit the back of the device, and at some moment I turned off the heat gun so the phone can cool off and avoid any other damage that can happen to the phone while removing the back glass. From experience, removing the glass around the center and going out is easier than removing all the glass that are stuck on the edge of the device. To do this repair by hand like I'm doing it, you must have a heat gun. If not, you're not going to remove much of the glass on the back of the device. Also, if your screen is in a good shape, you need to be very careful while removing the broken pieces of glass on the back of the device, because you risk to scratch your front screen. Since this screen is already broken and I'm going to replace it in another video, I did not pay much attention to the screen while removing the back of the device. Also, one other risk of damage while doing this repair is the cameras. You can overheat the sensor on the back of the cameras, that's possible. And also you risk to leave scratches on the lens of the cameras. So the piece of glass around the cameras are harder to remove because they are really stuck, and you need to break them into pieces so that you can remove small piece by piece. So while breaking the piece of glass around the camera, you might damage the ring or remove the ring on the lens of the cameras, or you can even damage the lens on the camera itself. So you need to be very careful while doing this part. And again, you need some heat in order to remove the glass on the back of the cameras. Please do not overdo it because you risk to damage the sensor on the cameras. And the way Apple has implemented their softwares now, if you break the cameras, you're going to have a real pain in recovering the camera functionality. So to remove the smaller pieces of glass, you need a sharp blade that will help you to remove the piece of glass around the cameras where you do not have enough space. Work your way around the cameras like I did here. You should be able to remove all the broken pieces of glass around the cameras. We're going to attack the broken glass on the edge of the device. To remove the broken glass on the edge of the device is not really difficult since you've removed most of the glass already, but the risk here is to cut the edge of the device. It is made out of plastic, so there is a risk to cut the edge of the device, and it's not going to look pretty like it was. You can do this repair at home, but I do not recommend this way of removing or replacing the back glass of the iPhone. And if you're not really willing to do it, you might start and stop in the middle of it, and you've had enough of it. So while removing the broken pieces of glass around the cameras, I removed one of the ring on top of the cameras, and you need to find a way to reinstall that ring when you're ready to install the new back glass. After you've removed all the pieces of glass, you will need to find a way to remove the piece of glue that are stuck on the frame of the device. So here I used a small piece of nail grinders to remove the excess glue that are still stuck on the frame of the device. Once you've removed everything on the back of the device and the frame is clear, you can start to install the back glass and see if it is leveled. Here I'm removing the small mic cover that was on the old back glass, and you need to install that into your new back glass. After you install that, you can check again to see if everything is leveled and if it is ready to add the glue and seal the back glass. Before we seal the back glass, you need to test the wireless charging to make sure that you did not damage the wireless charging circuit. The supplier for the back glass provided a glue that you need to attach. I would have preferred a back glass that comes with glue pre-attached, because it is difficult to align this small piece of tape with the back glass. You might have to try multiple times before you find the right alignment for the piece of tape. Once you've aligned the back glass with the tape, it is time to remove the protective film and install your new back glass. Once everything has been aligned, press your back glass against the frame of the device so that the back glass will stick firmly to the frame of the device. This is one method of doing it, but I think the piece of tape that the supplier provided is not good enough and it is not strong enough. So I'm going to use a B7000, a liquid glue, similar to the same liquid glue that Apple used on the back of their device. Using a B7000 will firmly seal the back of the device. Using this small piece of tape that I used earlier, it is not going to last long. When you finish adding the glue on the back of the device, you can safely insert the new back glass and use some clamps to apply pressure on the back of the device. Make sure that you do not put too much pressure because you risk to damage the screen of the device. At the end, we need to test our cameras to make sure that it is still working and we have not scratched the lens on the cameras. Thank you guys for watching. Subscribe, like and share, and I will see you next time. Installing the back glass is not really difficult. You need to align the back glass with the frame of the device and just install it.